All right, it's time for the big board kidney model. This is a model that is really interesting. It's got great magnification, but it can cause people problems if they don't know what they're looking at. So we are going to look at one nephron pictured here in white, and this is a urine processing structure. But in order to know where you are in the kidney, because this is clearly not looking like a kidney, you want to look at these blood vessels over here. So the blood vessels are in red and blue. The urine processing structures are in white. These red and blue vessels that you see running horizontally here are the arcuate artery and arcuate vein. Those are important because they separate the outer cortex, where we filter the blood, from the inner medulla, where we ultimately collect the urine. Okay, so once you get past the arcuate artery, the blood vessel that is going to feed blood into the cortex is called the cortical radiate artery, or you can call it the interlobular artery. And what happens is you'll have a branch coming off of that called the afferent arteriole, and that feeds blood into the glomerular capillaries. They're only shown in cross-section here. They've been cut, so that is actually a ball of capillaries in there, and we're going to filter out the blood there in order to collect fluid that will ultimately become urine. The blood that passes out of the glomerular capillaries goes out through the efferent arteriole, and then that is going to branch off into the peritubular capillaries, which are all surrounding the nephron here. Okay, and just for the blue vessels here, you're going into the interlobular vein, which is also called the cortical radiate vein. That empties into the arcuate vein, and then you're going to go back down deeper into the kidney. Coming back over here, let's look at the urine collection structures. So you have a capsule that is surrounding the glomerular capillaries, and that can either be called the glomerular capsule or the Bowman's capsule. That capsule, in combination with the glomerular capillaries, so the two together, the glomerular capsule plus the glomerular capillaries, the combination is called the renal corpuscle. Once the fluid is collected that has been removed from the blood, it starts to move out of the capsule through a tube called the proximal convoluted tubule. So it's kind of wavy, and then it comes down here in like a trombone loop, and this long loop is called the nephron loop, or you could call it the loop of Henle, and it comes back up and becomes squiggly again, and then it's called the distal convoluted tubule. At this point, the urine has been processed almost completely, and you're going to dump that fluid into the collecting duct. And you'll notice that there are other branches coming off of it, so many different nephrons will dump their fluid into this single collecting duct, and it eventually leaves out through the minor calyx inside of the deep area of the kidney.